Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a video from testbook.com.
Hello everyone, good morning to all of you. Welcome to testbook.com. This is Anjali, your mentor for English. So, sorry for the delay what we have right now. We are just starting in a bit when everybody is going to join. A lot of people are joining actually. Good morning everyone. Yes, Vikram is asking when would the session start. It has started, Vikram. Sorry for keeping you all waiting for all this time. Okay. So as you can see on the board, what the next topic in the series of this whole session we are going to carry forward is preposition. As you can see, the previous three lessons was on basically on subject verb agreement and then parallelism. We did some of the rules pertaining to those topic as well as the questions related in the same format what it is being asked in the examination. So, keeping this whole series ahead, we are going to see one more important topic in perspective of grammar is preposition. I believe since our school days, we are seeing this topic more often in terms of fill in the blanks or in terms of sentence correction or spot the error or any other ways. So, this is a whole big chapter if you see because it has one subcategory along with the main topic as in phrasal verbs as well, which we will be seeing in our next upcoming classes. So right now today our whole session is dedicated towards pure the subject uses of the prepositions along with the subjects as well as the objects, that where do we place it and how, what are the uses and what is the difference between all those prepositions. Yes, a lot of people are giving even the definition of the preposition. Great, Bhanu. Yes, preposition is the word that relates to noun or noun to pronoun. Great. Okay. Prepositions are preposterous. Great, Ashu. Okay. Okay. So, if you see on the board, I have listed some of the prepositions which we are actually going to cover up today. Along with this, we are going to see a lot of examples, and after that, the whole question session will follow. So, if everybody has joined us, we can start it as of now. Hi, Nitin. Ravi, good morning. Chanda, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay. So, as people are already answering about the role or the duty of prepositions in a sentence, is it just tells you about the position because the position itself is embedded in the word preposition, right? So, prepositions are nothing but the words which actually tells about the relation between the relation in terms of position between noun and pronoun, which you can also take it as the subject and the object. The very easy example can be this pen is kept on the table, right? So the pen is there and the table is there. So pen goes in the first noun and the table goes with the another noun. So subject and object's relationship in terms with position, that where it is kept on. So that is being identified by the word on, O-N. So that gives or that explains the position of subject and object. The same preposition gets exchanged with another words, and we keep on changing the uses of these words. From the exams perspective, if you see or if you ask what is the difficult thing about preposition, is there are a lot of prepositions whose meaning is same. So you will find difficulty in order to see whether we can use in or where we can use into, where we can use above, where we can use over. So these things which actually means same, we just need to remember the uses that where we can use appropriately our grammar. In another way, a lot of questions been asked that what all are prepositions being followed by words. For example, if a word is there addiction or addicted, so addicted is a word which is being followed by which preposition? To. Addicted to. So that is a fixed one. You cannot change that addiction of, addiction with, addicted for, right? So these, the uses of some of the prepositions with the words are actually fixed one, and that you need to do a lot of practice on that, so that it will be easy when you are coming across such words. So it will directly come to your mind that okay, of is the preposition which is bound to be followed by addicted. So these are the uses, these are the two types of uses on which the grammatically error based questions can be formed upon. First one is the uses of the similar meaning of prepositions, and the second one is the preposition being followed by another verb or another word. Okay. So we have our first question, or the first uses as in given as an in and into. So if you see, when we are talking about, we have put something into a box, or let's say into a surrounding, or we are going in deep of something, then we place the uses of in. For example, I am coming in this class, or the shoes are kept in the box, right? So that box must be a surrounded area where you are keeping in any entity. So there you are using in, but we cannot use that the shoes are kept on the box. Then if we are using the shoes are kept on the box, that means the box must be closed, and we are putting that box on the shoes on the surface of the box rather going into the box, right? So in is something you are going into the surrounding or the surrounded area, but on is something on the surface of that box, right? So in, when you are putting shoes into the, or the, in the surrounded area of the box, and when you are putting on the surface of the box, that goes with on. So in and on becomes clear. Now into and onto. In and on, both of them are used for static. When the things are still, they are not moving, we cannot have any sign of motion. But when we are using into and onto in our sentences, it displays motion. For example, the cat jumped onto the table, right? So that cat must be on other chair, and while I am saying this line, at the same time the cat has jumped on to this table. That means you are showing the motion. But if I say the cat is sitting on the table, that means the cat's position is fixed by the time when you are saying this. So whenever our sentence is depicting any kind of a motion or any kind of a movement, when something is not still, there we go for into and onto uses. But in and on is fixed for fixed things. That means something which is not moving. So here it goes static, not moving. Into and onto goes with the things which are in motion. Then it goes with by versus with. For example, when you are going home, or let's say you found a dog on the street, right? And you wanted to beat that dog with a stick or by a stick. So what should be your sentence? I strike the dog with a stick, or I strike the dog by a stick. You can comment your answer in the comment box. I strike the dog with a stick, or I strike the dog by a stick. Strike, that means to beat that dog. With a stick. Raja has given answer as with a stick. Okay. With a stick or by a stick. Okay. A lot of people are giving answers. Most of them are answering with. Okay. So yes, majority of you are right about it. When we are actually talking about the instrument, right, then we go with. But when we are talking about the doer of that action, that means the person who is performing that task, for that we use by. For example, I am writing with a pen, right? But the essay was written by me, right? So in the previous example, when I was writing with a pen, so pen is acting as an instrument or a device for me. So for that we are using with. But in the second example, when I say the essay was written by me, so who wrote that essay? A person, a doer of that action of the writing. So there it goes, doer or the by preposition, right? Always remember, with is for instrument and by is for the doer of that action. And if moving on to the same example what we saw with the dogs one, so I struck the dog with a stick, but the dog was struck by me, right? So in the previous example we are talking about the stick part, right? So there it is acting as an instrument for us. So for that we used with. But in the second example, when I say a dog was struck by me, so I was the doer of that stuck action, right? So there it goes. With is for instrument and by is for the doer. Okay. So moving on to the fourth one, very familiar one, and a lot of times you have come across these preposition, and it still tends to confuse you. Since versus for. In order to explain this, I would like to bring your attention towards the example number 5 and 6. Is it visible to all of you? The example number 5 and 6, everybody. Fifth example says, I have been in Delhi dash 2000. 2000 is the year's name. Okay. In the sixth example, you can see, I have been in Delhi blank 19 years. So 19 years is the duration. So fill out in these two blanks with either since or for. You can write your example in the comment boxes, 5 since or for, or for 6 since or for. Okay, people started answering for this. Since 2000, okay. Since 2000, so for 19 years, okay. Okay, great. For 19 years. Fifth one, it's since, okay. Fifth since, 6 for. Okay, so if you see, all of you are right for question number, example number 5 and 6. So guys, if you see, I have been in Delhi since 2000. That means when we are talking about a fixed point of time or a specific point of time, we use since. And when we are talking about the duration, it means 19 years, 20 years, 1 year. So if you are telling about the duration of something, there it goes with for. So all of you are right for this. I have been in Delhi since 2000. Since is pointing towards a specific point of time, but for is used for your duration. Okay, everybody. The last one what we are going to see today will be the uses of at. I would request, can you frame some of the sentences with the uses of at? You can frame any of the sentences where at can be used. Go ahead, everybody. Use at in your sentence. Go ahead, everybody. Use at in your sentence. Okay, I am looking at you. Great. The class starts at 9:30 a.m. Good. This is called the practical application of the thing what you are actually going through right now. Great. I'm standing at the door. I am at the college. The sign is pointing at south direction. No, that's a wrong one, Ashu. It should be in or towards. Okay, she is looking at me. I woke up at 5 a.m. I studied at TNAU. Okay. We live in Ranchi at Jharkhand. Okay. Bit wrong uses there. I am knocking at the gate. So if you see, when we use that example, the class starts at 9:30 a.m. So there also it goes, we are telling about the specified time. In terms of place also, that I am standing at the gate. Again, you are telling specific position where you are standing at. So there it goes at. Also with the temperatures you use, right? And water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So there also we use at, right? I am studying at coaching. Good. Currently I am at my phone. Okay. Gajanand, we will have another session purely dedicated in bilingual way. So as of now, you try to understand or try to solve the questions which is given on the board. In your exam also, the questions of English will be in the English language only. Okay, Alex says, I am listening your lecture at this time. Specific position, right? She smirked at me deliberately. Great, Ashu. It's a great usage. Okay. So with that, I would request you to go for example number 4. We have 2 blanks in this sentence. The sentence says, we arrived blank Mumbai blank Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus. Right? You have to either fill it with at or in. We arrived blank Mumbai blank Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus. In Mumbai at CST. Okay. Go ahead. In at. Okay. A lot of people are answering right one. Okay. In at. Okay. In Mumbai at Chhatrapati. Okay. So if you see, in this sentence we have 2 places, right? One we are talking about Mumbai, another we are talking about Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus. That's a station names, as you can see. So in comparison with Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus, Mumbai is a bigger place, right? So we have 2 places reference here. So out of these 2, the bigger one and the larger one is Mumbai. So here we goes with in. And as the comparison to Mumbai, Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus is just a place, right? So there it goes at. So if in a sentence you will be provided with 2 blanks or the 2 places, so first of all find it out that which one is smaller one, or which one is a smaller place as compared to another one. For the smaller one we are going to use at, and for the bigger places or for the bigger locations you are going to use in. This question will only be valid if you will be provided the 2 places in the same sentences in the same sentence, but with the uses of prepositions will be different. Okay. So go for everybody question number 1, the example number 1, which we already saw. A lot of people were answering in the comment box when we were doing the uses of at. The class starts at 9:30 a.m. So go for example number 2, everybody. Example number 2, I will see you in, on, at Tuesday. I will see you in, on, at Tuesday. Which one will be the right one? A lot of people are answering at. I will see you at Tuesday. Okay, people are changing the answer as well with on. Okay. Great. Okay. So if you see, with the 9:30 a.m. we have used preposition at. So this is the time, specific time. But when we see in the example number 2, we are going to see that the Tuesday is a day, right? A specific day, as you can see. So here we are going to use on. I will see you on Tuesday, right? So at is used for a specific time. Remember time. But for example number 2, we are saying I will see you on Tuesday. That's a specific day. I will see you on Wednesday. I'll see you on Friday. So that goes with a specific day. So there we are using on. Okay, so don't get confused by seeing 9:30 a.m. or Tuesday. 9:30 a.m. is a specific time, but Tuesday is a specific day, right? So there goes with the uses of at and on onto it. Okay. Okay. So in the example number 3, if you see, the book is kept on the table, at the table, in the table. Yes, Ashu, what was the question? You say, okay. Can you please answer? Okay. So go for example number 3, everybody. The book is kept on the table, at the table. On the table, okay. Vikram has told on the table. Santosh says on the table. Raja on, okay. Preeti, Batra, okay. So most of you are now aware that what should be on this. It's a pretty easier example to go for. The book is kept on the table because actually we are serving the duty of preposition that tells about the position of the subject and the object. I believe the uses of all these prepositions are fine with you. Next we are going to see some of the questions in our PPT. So it will give you a clear picture that what kind of questions will be coming in your examination. So try to solve all these questions, everybody. So we can have our first question on your screen, please. So that's the first question in front of your screen. If you see, there is a part of the sentence which is highlighted in yellow. You need to improve this sentence with the right prepositions uses. Akash, there is no problem in using under. I have provided only 2 options, on and at. That's why we used on there, right? There is no problem with under. Okay, a lot of people are answering for question number 1 as around. Great. The television broadcasting industry took hold in the United States in the early 1950s and American television programs are now shown over the world. So you are going to use your preposition pertaining to the verb which is given, that is shown. So with the contextual uses of the preposition in this part of the sentence, it is actually telling the television programs are broadcasted worldwide, right? So for that we are going to use yes, around, great. So yes, the next slide will be highlighting the answer for you. So that's the right option, option number 2, around the world, because around the world is actually telling you or conveying the meaning everywhere, all around, right? Great. Yes, so a lot of people are right for this question. Great. Okay, then moving on to the next question. The second question is on your screen, everybody. So it says, evenings into Sopore draw hundreds of young men and boys from over the region to a football field in the periphery of this town. So there might be more than one error in the part of this sentence. Okay, a lot of people have started answering option 1. Okay, somebody says B, C as well. Okay. Yes, Akash, over के लिए sentence बनता है. Yes, it can be framed. AC, a lot of people are answering as AC. You can also tell that what is the problem in the part A and also in the part C if you are telling so. Yes, Suchita says option 1. So if you see evenings into Sopore, so what is the problem in part A? Just now we saw the uses of into depends on the motion or the movement. But we are actually talking about the evenings in Sopore. That means Sopore is a place. So the evenings of Sopore, actually, the how you spend your evening there, right? So the into's uses is a wrong one for it. So next slide will be highlighting the answer for you. So option A, AC is the right answer for it. In part A, the wrong uses is the uses of into there. It should be evenings in Sopore draw hundreds of young men and boys, right? From over the region to a football field. Again, if you see or you take a reference from the previous example what we saw here, they have used over the region, right? But we are actually talking about the whole region. So it should be across the region. Across is something which has covered all the region or the field which we are actually talking about in this question. So the actual sentence should be evenings in Sopore draw hundreds of young men and boys from across the region to a football field in the periphery of this town. So whosoever gave option number 1 as your answer, all of you are correct, guys. Okay, the next slide will be highlighting the next question. So next question on your screen, everybody. So Akash is asking मुझे नहीं बन रहा sentence frame up. Okay, with what uses Akash? For what sentence you are exactly talking about? So the question on your screen says the Prime Minister has decided that there needs to be big changes for the country of progress forward. You are giving a direction, right? You are giving a direction which is actually talking about going forward. So understand what should be the appropriate preposition for directions or going ahead in terms of progressing forward. So what should be the appropriate preposition in this question? A lot of people are giving answer as option number 3, country to progress forward. Okay, Abhi option 3, Suchita 3, James is also giving answer as option 3. Great. So yes guys, all of you are right. The next slide will be highlighting the right answer for this question. That is option number 3, because the preposition to is used to convey the direction, right? The country to progress forward, right? That's a great one. So moving on to the next question. Yes, the next question will be there on your screen right now, everybody. Yes, to progress forward is the right one, Rakesh. So the question on your screen says, or it is in the same format what we are doing in the last question. So it says Rajiv Gandhi's government was rocked over by scandals, as was the government of PV Narasimha Rao. So actually it is a part of your phrasal verbs error, if you are aware. The phrasal verb is actually has to do with the word rock. Not the literal meaning of rock, everybody. Rocked by, a lot of people are saying rocked by. Barak says rocked off, rocked by. Can you also explain what if the right answer is rocked by, what is the actual meaning of that phrase? Rocked by. If all of you are saying that rocked by is the right one, what is the actual meaning of this phrase if it is being used in this sentence? Rajiv Gandhi's government was rocked over by scandals, as was the government of PV Narasimha Rao. Okay. Don't worry, Ashu, if you are not aware of this phrase, we'll do it right now. So next slide will be highlighting the answer for this question. So all of you who were saying option number 4, that is rocked by, that's the right one. This rocked by means something got into trouble. Right? So the actual meaning of this sentence goes in this way, that Rajiv Gandhi's government was rocked by scandals, as was the government of P.V. Narasimha Rao, right? So a lot of people might not be knowing the meaning of this whole phrase, but actually you can find out a slight hint out of the uses of this phrasal verb in your sentence, because see, we are talking about what? Scandals. Scandals cannot be taken in a positive way because we are actually talking about the fraudulent activities being done in the government of both the persons whose name has been written there, right? So scandals presence in a sentence won't let you go in a direction of a positive one, right? So the uses of rocked by in this sentence will always highlight towards something negative, something which is not proper or not correct. So that's why it goes with rocked by, meaning goes in something which get into the trouble, right? Yes. So the next slide will be highlighting the next question on your screen. Yes, Mayank, we will have our phrasal verbs classes. The next question is on your screen, everybody. Very easy one. You just have to be vigilant about the uses of the verb, or sorry, the preposition. The sentence says the task in balancing the rights of innocent persons facing false accusations needs compassion and awareness. Only A, only B. Okay. Don't be in a hurry, guys. If you find any error in part A, so don't be in a hurry to put that option right, because just have a look. We have another option with A as well. That is option number 3. There we have A and D. So that might be one of the probable option as well. So if you find error in only A part, just do not be in a hurry to go for that as the right answer. So if you are saying there is an error in part A, kindly write on what the error you have find out there. The task in balancing. Okay, Avinash says B and D. With B and D, we don't have any option, Avinash. Okay, compassion. Great, Bikram has said it should be compassion. For balancing, okay. 3. Vikram says need, NP says D, okay. D, that means only D, or is it option 4? Okay, only D, the task of balancing. Mayank says the task of balancing, great. Okay. So the next slide will be highlighting the answer for this question. So you got to know who all of you were right in this question. So yes, the people who were saying option number 3, that is both A and D, are the right one. Okay. So all of you have find out the right one. The part A has the task in balancing, right? But the task always goes with of. The task of balancing, because you are talking about the further explanation after the task, that what this task was about. So this task was about balancing the right. So you are actually talking about the task of, right? So that is the error in part A. And very well answer for you all of you have given for option number D was needs compassion and awareness. It's very good that it should only be compassion. compassion is an abstract feeling, right? We never use hates. When you are using it as a noun, or a hatred if you are using, or if you are using love as a abstract noun, you're always going to use it without s, because feelings or the abstract ideas cannot be expressed in a singular, in a plural way, right? So in either of the forms they actually remain the same. So compassion is a feeling, right? That's abstract noun, so that cannot be used with s. It cannot give you any idea of one compassion or two compassion or three compassion, right? That's an abstract idea. So the uses of s with that compassion is the wrong one. Okay. So this is it, everybody. We did around 4 to 5 sets of question with the prepositions, or we saw around 4 to 5 pairs of the prepositions uses, everybody. I know we haven't covered a lot of prepositions right now. We will have a separate elongated session for whole prepositions and its uses and the exceptions where all we can use, right? So don't worry about it. We'll try to solve as much questions as we can in order to get prepared for the upcoming examinations, everybody. So let us, yes, a lot of people are, so she loves her dog. Vikram, there it has been just used as a verb. You are not using it as a noun. Okay. Okay. Okay, everybody. So till the next class we meet again. So keep practicing, keep revising the concepts we are doing daily. So you will not be lagged behind with the rules what we already did. Just because we started doing prepositions doesn't mean that you are going to forget the rules of subject of agreement. So in order to keep track of all the rules, just keep practicing different types of questions, everybody. So here it is, everybody. Thank you for this session today. Happy learning to all of you.